Right now, millions on the East Coast under flood alerts. New video of that flooding and how it's affecting travel ahead of the holidays.
Plus, which coffee products keep your morning Joe warm the longest?
And we are monitoring our roads this morning. We did have a coating of snow. We'll talk more about an accident and also some clearing weather later today coming up.
I'd just like to say I'm very proud of you, young man. Very proud of you.
And later, a special moment for two former Badger basketball stars. How they're inspiring each other years after getting off the court. Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Got some fresh snow for you.
Yes, we do. Thanks for waking up with us. It is a little bit slick out there, folks. It's causing some crashes, particularly north of Madison. Let's take a live look at this crash. This is on I-39 outside of Portage. Now, you've heard Kelly talk all morning about how windy it is out there. The camera does tend to shake here, but you can see what appears to be a semi involved. All southbound lanes are closed because of this crash. Again, this is I-39 outside of Portage. The DOT says it'll take at least a couple of hours to clear this up. It's been closed for about an hour now, if not more.
All right, Kelly Slifka, what else are we talking about this morning?
Yeah, we do have that coating of snow on the ground. Now, the main roads, most of the main roads should be okay, but those secondary roads, then you got those bridges and overpasses that may be snow covered and slippery, so allow some extra time. Right now, we're not showing any kind of crashes or any kind of delays in the Madison area, but this is where that semi remains on its side there. It looks like I-39 southbound continues to be closed all the way up toward 51, so you probably want to take an alternate route. It has been causing some delays north of there into Marquette County. We did have an accident way up to the north, but that one seems to have cleared, but still some delays on I-39 as you head out of Columbia County into Marquette County this morning. So allow some extra time. Some of those secondary roads, the bridges might be a little bit snow covered and slippery this morning with that coating of snow. Still having some flurries, everything just diving basically southeastward from the Dells down through Madison, down toward Janesville. Once again, this is mainly just some flurries now, but we did get that coating of snow overnight. Temperatures in the upper 20s to around 30, 28 Madison, 30 in Middleton to Verona, Cross Plains at 30 as well. So we do have the coating of snow this morning. We will be clearing later today, but it's going to be windy all afternoon long. Temperatures holding steady near 30. Getting milder later this week. We're talking about return to 40s and some rain showers developing by the later part of the week. Clouds will depart later this morning into the noon hour. Should get into some sunshine, but it's going to be a chilly, blustery day, so definitely bundle up. Going to feel like winter for a change, but we're going to get right back into that milder weather pattern later this week. We'll have more coming up.
Okay, Kelly, thank you very much. To the East Coast now, where a powerful storm will hit its peak strength today. About 58 million people are under flood watches from North Carolina to Maine. Look at some of this flooding. This is video out of South Carolina. More than 9 inches of rain falling in Charleston there. It caused road closures, downed trees, and plenty of damaged property, as you can see here. The National Weather Service says this resulted in the 4th highest tide on record for the city. It was 9.8 feet. That's the highest ever without a hurricane. Fortunately, no one was seriously hurt. And now a live look at New York City. Multiple flood and wind advisories in place until later today there as well. You can see this camera is all fogged up, some rain there. Air travel is already disrupted at JFK Airport. High winds are causing delays of nearly 3 hours on average for flights headed there. Most of New York's advisories, though, should end before this evening.
President Biden's safe after a car unintentionally hit his SUV hit an SUV in his motorcade last night. The president and first lady were at a holiday happy hour with staff at their campaign headquarters in Delaware. When a crash happened, the president was about to get into his SUV when he heard the crash nearby. Secret Service got Biden into the car quickly. Again, the Secret Service says this was not targeted. It was raining heavily at the time in Wilmington.
We're getting new information about a deadly crash near Portage over the weekend. The Wisconsin State Patrol is investigating after a car crashed into a semi on Saturday. It happened around 6 p.m. on I-90. The car rear-ended a parked semi on the shoulder of the highway. The semi driver wasn't hurt. The car's driver died at the scene. The victim's identity won't be released until their family is notified.
Today, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is in Israel. Austin will get updates on Israel's progress to dismantle Hamas's military infrastructure. He'll press Israeli officials on what happens after the war and push for increased aid to civilians in Gaza. The number of people killed in Israel's bombardment of the Strip continues to climb. The Palestinian Ministry of Health in the West Bank says nearly 18,800 Palestinians have been killed, 70% of whom are women and children. The visit follows new video from the Israeli military just yesterday. The IDF says this is the largest Hamas tunnel they've found at the Gaza Strip. It's wide enough to drive a large vehicle through. The Israeli military says it reaches up to 50 meters underground and has electricity, ventilation, and communication systems. The tunnel doesn't cross into Israel, but comes out near a crossing point between Israel and Gaza.
On Capitol Hill, Congress remains at a standstill on funding for billions of dollars for Ukraine, Israel, and border security. Time is running out for Democrats and Republicans to make a deal before the holiday break. President Biden says providing more money for Ukraine for its war with Russia is necessary for the U.S.'s own national security. Republicans say they won't budge unless changes are made to the immigration process.
Well, here at home this morning, about 1,500 Badgers are waking up UW grads for the first time. Former Badger basketball player Devin Harris is among them. He left UW 20 years ago as a junior for the NBA draft. He landed a spot on the Dallas Mavericks. He played alongside another Badger, legend Michael Finley, who gave yesterday's winter commencement speech to the graduating class. Harris watched Finley return to UW to earn his degree in 2014 and ultimately decided to follow in his footsteps.
Watching him go through the process of going back to school kind of set the table for me. The goal was always to finish at some point. Now, I didn't expect it to be 20 years, but that's what it kind of turned out to be.
Isn't this so cool? Harris graduated with a bachelor's in history.
I love that story. How neat. It tells you never have to, give up on your dreams. You can follow them 20 years later.
I know. And the connection.
Yes.
With Michael Finley.
Very cool.
Very.
All right. Exactly 1 week until Christmas. Whew. Consumer Reports is helping you with your last-minute shopping for the coffee drinker in your life.
Shane Hogan's here with a breakdown of some of the products. A lot of folks looking for coffee products. What do you have for us?
Yeah, and trying to get those last-minute gifts, right? Now, if you're an all-day coffee drinker or you have someone in your life who is, you want something to keep it warm throughout the day. From machines to mugs, Consumer Reports tested several products to see which ones keep your coffee hot the longest. Sarah Wallace says she needs her coffee fix all day, every day.
I drink like 4 to 6 cups a day.
This is her favorite mug.
It's cute, but more importantly, it keeps it warm.
Consumer Reports experts tested insulated travel mugs to find out which ones keep your favorite brew hot the longest.
So one of the interesting things we found in our tests is that some of the better-known brands like Yeti and Starbucks fell a little bit short of the competition. They'd be beautifully designed and styled, but their lids would allow heat to escape or liquid to spill.
The top performer goes to the Zojirushi for $28. It keeps drinks piping hot for 13.5 hours. That's 6 hours longer than the closest competitor. The Thermos Stainless King is a bit cheaper and keeps drink hot for 7.5 hours. Then there's the Takaya Traveler. That should keep your cup of joe blazing for 6.5 hours. No doubt you save money by making your own pot of joe at home. If you're the kind of person who likes to brew a pot in the morning and then go back for a second or third cup later in the day, you want a coffee maker whose carafe can keep your Java hot for hours. The top spot for coffee makers with a glass carafe goes to Cuisinart DCC T20 Touchscreen 14-Cup Programmable. This model receives top-notch ratings for brew performance and convenience. If you prefer a thermal carafe, Consumer Reports recommends the Technivra Mocha Master KBT. It garnered superb reliability and owner satisfaction ratings in CR's member surveys. Perhaps a holiday gift idea for the coffee lovers in your life.
No way, don't worry, I'll buy it for myself.
Now, Leah, both you and I were in this same boat, buying some coffee products for gifts this holiday season.
Yeah, you guys know I'm a camper. I got, oh shoot, what time is it? Zach might be up. Dang it, I can't. Zach,
Spoiler,
if I do that.
Earmuffs.
Zach, you got a coffee pad.
Well, we got the same thing. I was doing some research.
Well, you can't say or else he'll know.
Okay, well, anyways, there's a lot of good gifts out there for the coffee lovers in your life, and, get on it. You've got a week to do it.
There are a million of them out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you
They're
never
hard
know.
to distinguish. It's overwhelming when you start looking at
Yeah,
it.
I thought the camping niche was where I was going, and so.
You never know if I went with the camping niche. As Chris said, thousands of products.
Yeah.
Zach, you don't know what you're getting.
It's a good gift, though. Good gift.
All right, Shane, thanks.
All right, it's 6:09. Let's check in with Kelly.
Yeah, we do have a coating of snow that fell overnight. Still some flurries across the area. Some of those roads might be a little bit slick. One cold day, but we warm it up later in the week. First one forecast just ahead.
And our Andrew Brandstra's breaking down the outlook for the Packers to make it to the playoffs after yesterday's loss.
But first, we're live this morning with why Remits is giving back to the community and how you can help. That's coming up live in the 608.
It's the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, everything is on sale. Like the Queen Size Summit, now only $332.49. Get a $300 gift when you purchase a Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Menards is celebrating Ryan Blaney's NASCAR Championship with 12% off everything till Christmas. Kidde home safety products help keep your family protected in case of emergencies. This fire extinguisher is just $16.97 after 12% off. Find your style with a new ceiling fan from Patriot Lighting. Check out our great in-stock selection in our lighting showroom. Get this Minerva 3-speed fan for just $59.99 after 12% off.
Merry Christmas and enjoy your 12% off everything.
You've got this. You didn't think your sister would take you up on the dog sitting offer, but here you are. Barriers purchased. Doggy distractions, no expense spared. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft grace zone. So when you have to make a purchase, or 7, to prepare, you can be sure we're looking out for you, so you can look out for him. You've got this with Associated Bank.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobuson Buses. Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $269 a month. Or get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. This holiday season is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
It's the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, everything is on sale. Like the Queen Size Summit, now only $332.49. Get a $300 gift when you purchase a Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
We're back. The time is 6:12. And in the 608 today, we are talking about a local nonprofit who is supporting local food pantries.
Josh Brinder is live in Madison with the story. It'll give you the warm fuzzies today, Josh, in more ways than one.
Hey, yes, good morning. We're talking about Remits, and now is your time to get those mittens just in time for the holidays. This is a perfect organization to be able to give back and let your money go really far here in our community. And Nelson is up early with us on a Monday morning. And good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
So Remits was founded back in 2009, and this has really taken off over the years in giving back to our community.
Yes, it has. Over the years, we've raised over $750,000.
That's huge.
Yes, for food pantries.
And that supports 3 area food pantries. And really, that money, they can string that money and make it go really far in our community.
That's right. A $40 pair of mittens will actually buy 80 meals. So that goes a long ways.
Super significant. So, of course, before those mittens hit the store shelves, you guys are busy at work here at Grace Lutheran Church, and this is a process.
Yes, it is. We work all year round to make the mittens for the months of November and December. And we take sweaters that St. Vincent de Paul and Goodwill can't sell, And then we wash them, and so we make them nice and felted.
Shrink them down a little bit?
Shrink them down a little bit. Sometimes we have to do a little extra work on that. This one didn't shrink quite the same way.
So you got to stretch it a little bit?
Stretch it a little bit, right, yeah. And then we make them into kits, which here's a kit I just made this morning. We take all of the pieces, cut them in to the various pieces of the mittens, and then each of them gets lined with polar fleece.
Making them extra thick for those cold Wisconsin winters, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I love that. So this is kind of a process. You can see all the ladies hard at work here at Grace Lutheran Church this morning. And what's so nice is all of this material gets recycled. Like, you're taking that old material, you're making what you can, but then you guys in turn will take the scraps and recycle them even more.
Yes, we do. So what doesn't go into the mitten, we actually take the scraps and make them into dryer balls. So these we wind, and then Madison Knitters Guild donates some of the yarn to us. And we use wool yarn, and they go into the dryer in place of dryer sheets.
Wow, that is so neat, so neat. All right, so this is a busy month for you guys because this goes up through the end of the year. So now is your time to get out to the 33 locations to get your mittens.
Yes, and you can find all those locations on our website, which is remits.org. We have a map and a list of all the different locations where we're selling mittens.
So even not this time of the year, you guys are always looking for wool sweaters and buttons.
Yes.
So if people have stuff at home, what's the best way for them to be able to donate to you?
The best way to donate to us is to go to our website where all the instructions are for donating. We're here every Tuesday year-round except for the Tuesday after Christmas, and we'll have a short day after New Year's, but we're here every other Tuesday of the year. And so people can drop them off here. They can also drop them off at Way Forward and the River Food Pantry, which are two of the food pantries we support.
Wonderful. Well, Ann, thank you so much for what you're doing. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
If you'd like to go to the story and learn more about remits and how they're giving back and how you can help, you can go to the story on channel3000.com, guys.
They look so cozy. They look so warm.
They're so warm, especially on a cold, blustery morning like this one, guys.
All right, you keep those digits warm this morning, Josh. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.
Kelly Slipka could probably use some mitts. It's chilly out there. Kelly, that wind is just howling.
Yeah, you know, it's really howling this morning. You can hear it going through the trees, the tower here on the patio back behind me. We are looking at the winds right now. The snow showers are starting to wind down. Just a few flakes of snow flying in the backyard. But we did get a coating of snow here in the Madison area, much of south central Wisconsin. You can see it's basically training right along I-90-94, headed right into Madison, headed toward Janesville. So some of the roads, secondary roads especially, the bridges, overpasses might be a little bit slick. Allow some extra time going around the corner. Make sure you slow down a little bit. Just allow some extra room for folks in front of you as well, just in case they get into a spin out. 28 right now, cloudy skies, a few flurries here on the patio. Northwest winds at 14. Makes it feel like 17. Sun will be up at 7:24. So we do have this northwest wind right now at 14 here in Madison. It's as high as 23 in Janesville, 22 in Juneau and Watertown, Lone Rock. Northwest wind at 20 makes it feel like 14. It feels like 15 in Watertown. Feels like 17 in Madison down toward Janesville. Wind chills may dip down into the single numbers at least a little bit here and there going into the afternoon. Either way, it's going to be a blustery day today, but we're only getting one taste of winter. Tomorrow, kind of that transition as we get out of the cold air mass that we have in place now back into a warmer air mass, and that'll last right through Christmas Day and beyond. Temperatures in the 40s. So we look at the clouds to depart this morning. I think by the noon hour we will see some sunshine, a little bit more sun areas to the west. Temperatures in the upper 20s only today, so we're not going to warm up a whole lot from where we're at this morning. In fact, we'll dip in the teens pretty quickly this evening, and those wind chill values will be in the single numbers and teens today. Milder weather returns on Wednesday, and it will be mild and wet. Yes, it's going to be warm enough that it will be a rainy Christmas holiday. So we have this taste of cold air coming in out of Canada. It's over the Great Lakes states, but that's going to quickly move on to the east and allow for some warmer air to move on in. And we'll have the jet stream up to our north, so that'll keep us warm and fairly dry for most of the week until we get into Friday. You see that storm system over the southwest. That's what will be affecting us later in the week into the weekend. That's what's going to bring us mainly rain showers with temperatures well in the 40s. And right now, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day looks wet, but relatively mild for this time of the year. Upper 40s expected by Sunday and Monday. I want to get to our first more in traffic because we continue to monitor this accident up to the north. Madison looks okay. We don't have any crashes being reported in Madison or road delays, but this crash is ongoing here just to the northwest of Portage. You can see the purple on the map indicating the delays there. You can actually see around Portage there are quite a few delays. That may be because of some of the traffic diverting on I-39 southbound headed south toward Madison.
All right. Here is a look at that accident live from our DOT cam on I-39, just south at mile marker 89. All lanes headed south are closed right now, again, because of that crash. The DOT says the estimated time it'll take to clear it is about 2 hours. Crash happened around 4:30 this morning. You can see how bad the camera is shaking. You may have heard Kelly mention the strong north wind likely bouncing that camera around for you. We'll continue to provide updates here on News 3 Now this morning.
6:20 now. After beating the Chargers, Lions, and Chiefs in consecutive order, the Packs were looking like they were a lock for the postseason.
Not so much this morning. Bit of a backtrack. Giants last Monday. Yesterday, more of the same. Our Andrew Bannister breaks down yesterday's game and the outlook for the postseason.
First quarter defense certainly helped out here after not a single pack sack last week. Kingsley Enagbare changed that in a hurry. Check out the strip sack, picks up the fumble recovery too, and it sets up Green Bay with a goal to go. Love looks out for the tight end screen and finds Tucker Kraft Cheese for the easy score, and the Pack take the early 7-3 lead. That rookie has just stepped up this season, but the Bucs offense just kept outpacing the Pack. We'll skip to the third quarter. Tampa leading 20-10. Third down, and you've got to have one here. Love with room to run, but trusts the rookie Jaden Reed. A beautiful toe drag snag for the touchdown makes it a 3-point game. It's Reed's 5th touchdown in his last 6 games. But the Pack's offense reverted to their old ways, and the D did too. Green Bay needed a stop, trailing by 7 with as many minutes to go in the game, and fresh off the practice squad, David Moore was off to the races. Baker Mayfield balled out at Lambeau, throwing for a season-best 381 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a perfect passer rating. But that's only part of Matt LaFleur's problem with the Pack's loss.
They got a lot of explosion plays, and looking at the drive chart here, not a lot of stops. We had the 1 3-and-out. They fumbled one time, and every other possession ended up in points. So it's going to be tough to win a football game when that happens.
It's been tough, and I think the one thing about the team is no one's quitting. Guys are finding ways to continue to battle, find ways to get better. No one's pointing fingers. So those are things you like to see. It's all about how we finish the season right now at this point. With these 3 games that we got, just got to go make the most of these opportunities.
The green and gold could still make the playoffs, but they'll need a whole lot of luck and not a single loss from here on out. The Pack certainly had their chances today, but as Matt LaFleur said, Tampa just whipped us. We weren't good enough. At Lambeau Field, Andrew Bannister, News 3 Sports.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Stay with us, folks. We're back after the break.
Watch News 3 Now at 6 with Eric, Charlotte, Gary, and Zach. Weeknights.
Experience the breathtaking production that leaves both audiences and critics awestruck. Les Miserables, February 14th through 18th at Overture Center. Tickets available at overture.org today.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford SUV and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $3,500 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
At Lawton Cates, we connect you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. We hold the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and hospital bills, and we won't accept anything less than what you deserve. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
My favorite thing about the Power Swabs is that I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I felt like I can immediately see the results, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely starting to see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution.
Well, they're whiter, they're brighter, and I feel better about my smile. And it was so easy to do.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like, I did. I did Power Swabs.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 50% off and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit PowerSwabs.com today.
All right, welcome back. It's 6:25. Kelly Slifka's keeping an eye on your first warn weather and a crash up north, Kelly.
Yeah, that's right. We're monitoring that crash that's been ongoing now for a couple of hours here near Portage, but the bus stop forecast, we do have some snow on the roads this morning, so allow a little extra time, especially those secondary roads, the bridges, overpasses. Temperatures in the upper 20s today. We are looking at 28 right now in Madison, 30 down in the south. Clouds will be on the way out as we will look at some sunshine today, but it's going to be a cold day before we warm up later in the week. And we are talking about some rain chances on Friday, Saturday. Looks like Christmas Day could be a wet one, mild. Temperatures in the upper 40s.
All right, an update on that crash right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit MGE2050.com.
You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. At the Magic Wash, at the Magic Wash. Whoa.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $5,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits.
Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward? Ingenious.
Sardine fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO.
Hi, I'm Gary Canolti, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me March 23rd through April 1st as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
This is Rhonda. She's a soul line dance instructor. And this is Rhonda's Good Feet story.
I love dancing, but I had foot pain and hated the fact that I had to sit out a couple dances. But since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports, I definitely have not felt the pain. I am able to dance longer, feel happier. My energy levels have increased. Once that energy gets into you and you're feeling good, double spins.
Get back out there with arch supports from the Good Feet store.
MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit MGE2050.com.
This morning, a warning about scammers posing as puppy breeders. We'll have the red flags to watch out for.
Plus, a vote today may change how people in Beloit vote next election.
And we did have some snow showers overnight, still some flurries across the area this morning. Some of those roads might be a little bit slick. A cold day today, but warmer weather in the first warm forecast coming up.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to this snowy News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Linshine.
I'm Chris Stanford. A little dusting out there.
It's kind of pretty.
It does. It's what we've been waiting for, right? It's going to be short-lived, though. We are also watching what could be a result from some of those slippery conditions out there. Big crash on I-39 up near Portage.
Let's take a live look at the scene now. This, again, as Chris said, is along the interstate outside of Portage. Kelly's been talking about how windy it is across the state this morning, so that's why this camera is shaking so badly. But the backups here are pretty impressive. The southbound lanes of I-39 have been closed since about 4:30. We believe that's a semi turned on its side. Even side roads are starting to see some backups here as folks try and get off of the interstate. Again, this is I-39 outside Portage. Southbound lanes are closed. Should take more than 2 hours, the DOT is now estimating, to get this cleaned up.
We'll keep you posted. Let's check in with Kelly Slifka on some of the local traffic and even some of those impacts up north. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, right now the roads here in Madison look to be okay. At least we're not seeing any crashes or major delays so far this morning. That crash that we were just showing you from the DOT camera is up near Portage, just to the northwest of Portage and I-39. You see they have purple on the map. That's indicating the lane closures. But even the northbound lanes look to be fairly slow, headed toward 51. That's where you can expect some of those delays this morning. So some of the roads are slick this morning, especially those secondary roads, the bridges, overpass, because of that coating of snow that we have. Allow us some extra time. Just take it easy when you're going around a corner or over one of those bridges or overpasses this morning. So just some flurries right now in Madison. Any accumulating snow is done with, but we already have that coating with temperatures now sitting below freezing. Sitting at 28 Madison, 29 in Middleton, 28 in Windsor, 28 currently in Stoughton. So it's a much colder morning, and it's also windy as well. Temperatures holding the upper 20s to around 30. But we'll be getting milder later this week, and that'll lead to some rain showers. It looks like, yes, we're talking about some wet weather headed our way later this week. Meantime, the clouds will depart. By the noon hour, we should get into some sunshine, upper 20s to around 30. So we will be below freezing throughout the day, and that wind will make it feel like the single numbers at times with that wind chill. So bundle up today. Temperatures holding in the upper 20s, but we will see some sunshine reappearing later this afternoon. Talk more about the warm-up and what kind of weather we can expect for Christmas coming up.
Talk to you then. Happening tonight, a vote will happen in the city of Beloit that could determine where people vote.
Shane Hogan is here with why the city's planning on making these major changes ahead of next year's election, Shane.
Yeah, an important update here for folks in this area. Now, this vote tonight, it's all about safety for the city of Beloit, specifically its students. On election days, 4 schools in Beloit open their doors as polling locations, like many places. Hackett, Todd, Converse, and Gaston are the 4 schools. Community members can come in and mark their ballots, typically occupying a cafeteria or gymnasium for an entire school day. Now, though, city officials are considering new options because they have safety concerns with opening the schools on election day.
Having voters coming in and out of a building unsecured during the day when you've got kindergartners to 4th graders, 5th graders in that school. So we wanted to make sure that we're providing a safe location for voting and also paying attention to the safety of the kids.
Now, the list of new polling locations includes churches and libraries across Beloit. The proposed moves require city council approval. That's why there will be a vote held tonight. If it does get approved, those changes will roll out in the spring of 2024, giving folks there some time to get used to that, you know, kind of find where they're supposed to go on election day. So giving them some time before November.
Yeah, schools really everywhere serve as polling locations.
Yeah, I thought this was pretty interesting to keep that in mind of safety as a concern, but also, you know, you want to make sure safety for on election day, making sure people have, you know, the right to feel safe when they're going to cast their ballots.
Absolutely. New details this morning. Shane Hogan, thank you very much. Now, as the 2024 election creeps closer, the Biden administration is lauding one of its landmark cases for LGBTQ people. It's been more than a year now since the signing of the Respect for Marriage Act. The act expands the rights of same-sex couples after the 2015 Obergefell decision at the Supreme Court. The win was a big one for Wisconsin's Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin. She's the first out lesbian to be elected to the House and then the Senate. Our Will Keneally spoke with a Biden spokesperson who says it's going to be a big campaign issue this election cycle.
Look, we know that freedom and democracy are on the ballot in November 2024. This is the freedom for every woman to make her own healthcare decision, the freedom of every person, including our children at school, to be safe from gun violence, and absolutely the freedom of every American to be who they are without interference, without attacks from their elected officials.
You can find that full interview over on channel3000.com.
In the race for president this morning, a new CBS News poll shows Nikki Haley is gaining support in New Hampshire. She is now 15 points behind Donald Trump. The former president still has a commanding lead in Iowa, up 36 points over his nearest rival. Those polls were conducted before a new controversial statement from the former president. Here's what he had to say at a rally in New Hampshire Saturday about migrants.
They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done. They poison mental institutions and prisons all over the world, not just in South America, not just the 3 or 4 countries that we think about, but all over the world.
The White House says the comments echo the grotesque rhetoric of fascists and violent white supremacists. Fellow Republicans, like former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie and presidential candidate, also calling out the rhetoric as violent and making Trump unworthy to sit in the Oval Office. The former president has not commented further on his statement.
6:36, more local news. Losing a pet can be like losing a family member, and you might be quick to look for a new furry friend in those instances. But as Arman Rahman and our Call for Action team discovered, scammers are looking to take advantage.
I like beagles. Good house dogs, small. They don't require a whole lot of...
Stop chewing on my shoes.
I mean, they require a lot of attention.
Mike and Chris Listy are beagle buddies through and through.
Unfortunately, dogs don't live long enough.
This year, Roscoe, one of the beagles they've had for more than 8 years, died, leaving his pal Peanut longing for his friend.
Every time he would go anywhere near where the old beagle was, he'd just start crying.
So in early October, Mike decided they needed another beagle puppy, but had trouble finding one locally. Then he discovered a site called Porto Beagles, allegedly selling out of Nebraska.
I mean, we read all the reviews, so, I mean, we figured it was a pretty...
It looked like a legitimate site.
After finding a puppy he liked, Mike says the seller, who called themselves Francesca Threet, only communicated by messaging.
And she said, well, I have to have the Cash App, Google Pay, Zelle, or Chime.
Mike chose Chime. He was told to set up a Pay Anyone account and send $500 for the dog and $300 to ship it to Cottage Grove, Wisconsin by the end of the week.
So Friday comes around, no dog.
But the charges kept coming. Now $700 for a special crate for air cargo.
All right, I'm not going to send you nothing else. I want my dog. She goes, well, if you don't send them, then the local Humane Society will just take them and, you know, they'll either sell them to somebody else or put them down.
So he sent that and was told the dog would come the next day. But instead of a bark at his doorstep, he got another request in his inbox for $300 for change of ownership papers, and that was it.
Kept texting her back. No answer.
And still no puppy. And Chime wouldn't refund the listies. When Mike went to the Better Business Bureau, Department of Justice, and Consumer Protection Agency, they found that Porto Beagles and Francesca Threet...
They said these people don't exist.
Our Call for Action team discovered Porto Beagles has also gone by the name Friendly Beagles, a site which the Better Business Bureau has reported a scam. We tried calling one of the numbers they had listed.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Experts at the Financial Technology Association say pet deposit scams are a big one to watch out for, especially this holiday season.
With individuals tugging on people's heart, the generosity of the time, and pet scams is one of those.
The Pay Anybody transfer Mike set up is called peer-to-peer, or P2P. It's a transaction that only requires you to share your email or phone number, not bank account details. I contacted Chime to ask why it couldn't be refunded. A spokesperson got back to me. We stand by our decision based on our investigation. Unfortunately, fraud occurrences like this are widespread in the industry. As with all P2P transfers, it is not possible to cancel a payment after it's been willingly initiated by the member.
Pause before you pay. If it seems too good to be true, it likely is.
To be a TV star there, Peanut.
Now, Mike and Chris want to keep others from falling victim.
Do your research. Don't just take it for granted that it's a valid site just because it looks like it is.
While they're out $1,100, they did get a leg up, or 4 legs, from a Beagle puppy seller in Wisconsin.
It's like you fall in love right away, and he kind of reminds me of Roscoe a little bit.
Ripper, no wheel.
But Peanut's new friend Ripper might be a little too playful.
Payback, Peanut.
In Cottage Grove, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
All right, we are looking at a coating of snow. We still have some flurries across the Madison area this morning, so a little extra time on the way to work or school. Big warm-up later this week. The first warm forecast just ahead.
Hey, Josh.
You're okay? Oh, are we up right now?
Toyotathon is on. Time to make the holidays picture perfect with a new Toyota. We're gonna need a bigger tree.
Get 3.99% APR plus $1,000 cash back on Tacoma when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
Pick and Save gives you so many ways to save. On top of our lower than low prices, enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Burning the candle at both ends this holiday season? Well, if it's Z's you need, the holiday sale at Denver Mattress has you covered. And right now, everything is on sale, like the budget-friendly Summit Queen for only $332.49. Or check out Easy Choice Plush or Firm, now just $474.99. Get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years, no interest financing, and free shipping right to your doorstep. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with its stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen. And action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
New and current customers can get the iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular.
Mamma Mia, the original record-breaking Broadway production returns. Celebrate the 25th anniversary of the most exhilarating smash hit musical ever. Coming to Overture March 19th through the 24th. Get tickets at overture.org.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. CeraVe with 3 essential ceramides helps restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture and we can feel it long after. CeraVe moisturizers.
Toyotathon is on. Make your holidays a little more magical with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Get $1,000 cash back on your favorite models when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
A place where those in need can turn for a hearty, home-cooked meal.
There are plenty of soup kitchens. This is more than that.
In this season of giving, I'll show you how the Feed Your Soul program is expanding and cooking up more meals for people in southern Wisconsin. Tonight at 10.
News 3 Now, First Warn Weather. Trust the experience of Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti and the First Warn Weather team to help you plan your day and alert you whenever and wherever you need it. First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storms. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
6
6:43 on your Monday. Let's take another look at that crash along the interstate outside Portage. Again, it's pretty windy out there, so that's why you're seeing this DOT cam whip back and forth. This is along I-39. Looks like a semi overturned here. All southbound lanes are still blocked. They've been closed since 6:30. The DOT now saying it's going to take more than 2 hours to clear this up. We're seeing backups for miles here. We're going to continue to keep an eye on this for you all morning long.
Kelly Slivka's also tracking the traffic out there after some light snow this morning. Hey there, Kelly.
Yeah, we still have a little bit of a coating, especially those secondary roads, the elevated roads, the bridges, overpasses, that sort of thing. So allow some extra time this morning. It's very minor accumulation, but sometimes that can be causing the most problems on the roads because people just don't take it seriously enough. But still some snow showers right now on the back patio, just a few flurries flying here and there. But once again, we do have that coating on some of those secondary roads, so allow some extra time this morning. Some of the bridges, overpasses might have a bit of a slickness to it because of the snow that we had overnight, just a coating of snow. Right now we are looking at cloudy skies, temperatures near 30 today. We'll pretty much hold steady now the rest of today. Sun comes up at 7:24. Do notice that sunset is a little bit later. Our earliest sunset is 4:22. Now it's at 4:24. It's a very slow process, but that is one good thing, I guess, as we are headed through the month of December. Wind speeds right now, 18 miles per hour sustained out of the northwest here in Madison, 20 Lone Rock, 23 in Janesville, Watertown, and Juneau as well. So that adds a wind chill down to 15 in Madison, down to 14 in Mineral Point and Lone Rock. Wind chills may dip below 10 degrees or so, single numbers at least at times for the morning hours into the afternoon. I think they'll generally be in the teens, though. Clouds will gradually depart. The flurries will come to an end this morning. I think by the noon hour, we will see some sunshine, especially areas to the west, a little bit more cloud cover areas to the east. All of us will get into some clearing. It will be a very cold evening. Winds really won't come down until after sunset, and well after sunset at that. Wind chill values in the single numbers and teens today. Mild weather returns Wednesday, and we can expect mild and wet weather for Christmas. Yeah, it's going to be wet. All right, thanks for this photo, Larry, in Boscobel. I know it looks kind of unusual, but that is actually some alto cumulus clouds moving on in overhead. And we'd like to see your photos. Just submit it at channel3000.com. Go to the weather section, and you can easily submit your photo. We'd like to show them on air. Well, it looks like above average temperatures return after today. This will continue right through Christmas Day and beyond. And also we are expecting some wet weather, but it will be warm enough that it looks like it's going to be mainly just some rain for us. First warm forecast 30 today. It is windy out here. You can probably hear it on my microphone. 35 tomorrow as we transition into some warmer weather by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Some showers start to move on in. And right now it looks like it'll be fairly wet for Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. All right, I want to get to our first warn traffic as we were talking about all morning long is this accident on the north side. Right now, Madison, everything looks pretty good. We don't have any crashes being reported. This is that it looks like a semi-trailer turnover there on I-39 southbound lane still closed just northwest of Portage.
Okay, Kelly, thanks for keeping an eye on that. We appreciate it. 6:45, a nonprofit in the 608 is supporting local food pantries.
Josh Sprider's checking it out in Madison this morning. Josh, this is something that we've seen in displays all across the 608. Those fuzzy mittens. Tell us all about them.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, I'm actually listening to you guys now. I'm paying attention. A little distracted on a Monday morning because look at these mittens. They're so cute, and they actually go with my outfit, so we're looking really good in the 608 this morning. And my hands are nice and warm here, too. Janet Tupi up early with us. Janet, good morning.
Good morning.
So you are the founder of Remits, and you started this back in 2009. I mean, what was your inspiration behind Remits?
It was trying to see what we could do for the community using recycled material. And a challenge to take $100 and see what it could grow into. And over the years, we're at over $750,000 since 2009.
That is incredible.
Nobody's more astonished than me, believe me.
Yes, I know. You think 14 years of hard work. Now here you are in your workshop at Grace Lutheran Church, and this is a whole process that it goes through.
Right. We start with sweaters that are designed for landfill, that are destined for landfills. Ones you can't wear. A lot of them have holes in it. They're stained. So please continue to donate those sweaters to St. Vinny's, Goodwill. Look us up on remits.org, and we'll make arrangements to get your 100% wool sweaters because we turn them into these gorgeous mittens, one of a kind. You know, you're not going to find another pair like them. So
and what's so cool is just the history with these too. You know, I think that makes it extra special.
Right. It's got a life of its own. We got only about 25, 30 people doing it, and we love coming together for the camaraderie. I got an email one day from somebody who declared this as Madison's fundraiser. And I thought, well, that's about the highest compliment you can get.
What's so amazing, too, is because you're giving back to 3 area food pantries at a time that they really need that support.
Exactly. So we give to the River Food Pantry, St. Vincent Food Pantry, and Way Forward. And 100% of the proceeds go to the food pantries. So I like to say you get a free pair of mittens for a $40 donation to the food pantry. And they're available. The other thing is it's local businesses that offer these. So 33 local businesses partner with us to have these mittens available. The men's ones, especially Ace Hardware. We never thought Ace Hardware would be selling mittens. But, you know, I think you get the men going up there to pay for their stuff. And, you know, like they get a pair for themselves. And then it's like, oh, I didn't get my wife anything yet. So maybe I could grab her.
It's perfect time for a great Christmas present.
It is.
So they're available through the end of the year. November and December are your big months. But
Correct.
You guys work year-round.
We work year-round, but they're only available for sale November and December. And every year in January, we have people looking for them. So if you want them, now is the time to go get them.
Well, Janet, thank you so much for your time this morning. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you, and great pair of mittens.
I know, these look so good. The other ones I want to point out is take a look at this one right here. They've got the Wisconsin shape on there for the buttons, guys. So, I mean, you talk about how these are all so creative and just so unique in their own. So get them today. Again, more details up on channel3000.com. We want to thank these wonderful ladies for waking up early for us on a Monday morning. So thank you all. Merry Christmas to all of you here, guys. And we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Oh, what great work. Happy holidays to those ladies. All right, at 6:50, coming up in the morning sprint, an incident involving the president and the first lady that could have ended in disaster.
We're back after this.
Happy holidays from all of us at WISC-TV.
Are you looking for a pre-owned vehicle that doesn't break the bank? Come visit Stark on the Beltline. We've got Hondas, Subarus, Toyotas, and trucks, and local financing options to help you get the best rates you deserve. Wisconsin's premier pre-owned dealership.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County doesn't just build homes. We build financially strong families. Habitat Homes, financed through affordable mortgages, allow hardworking families to break the cycle of poverty and invest in their futures. Your support changes lives. Please donate today.
We have this saying that people come where they're invited and stay where they feel welcome, which is why we're inviting you to take advantage of Hy-Vee Perks during the holidays. Hy-Vee Perks has all the benefits of Fuel Saver and helps you save money on items that you buy every day. It's free, it's easy, and it's our way of saying thank you for choosing Hy-Vee. On behalf of all of us here at Hy-Vee, from our family to yours, we wish you a joyful holiday season.
I just love dancing, so I was always willing to dance through the pain. Since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports and being pain-free now, my mood and my energy has drastically improved. Once that energy gets into you, double spins.
We have a variety of quality pre-owned vehicles, including Hondas, Toyotas, Subarus, as well as many other popular brands, right here at Stark on Highway 19, located at 502 West Main Street here in Marshall, Wisconsin's premier pre-owned dealership.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
6:53 time for the morning sprint. We're checking in on that crash in Columbia County. Southbound lanes of I-39 are blocked near Portage. You can see in there a shot here from the DOT cam, the wind really whipping that camera around, that wind off from the north is shaking things up. We believe it's a semi that is tipped over here on the interstate. Again, southbound lanes are closed near Portage. We'll have an update here on that crash in just a minute.
Another crash in the same area this weekend. One person is dead after a car crashed into a semi. This happened Saturday around 6 p.m. outside Portage. The car rear-ended a parked semi on the side of I-90. The driver of the car died at the scene. The semi-driver wasn't injured.
Tonight, the Beloit City Council will vote on a resolution that could change where people vote. The new locations are meant to keep students safe during the election. Currently, 4 elementary schools are open to public on Election Day, and having people voting inside. This has led to some safety concerns. If the vote passes, folks in Beloit would instead vote at churches and libraries.
President Biden is okay after a car crashed into his motorcade last night. The president was responding to a reporter's question outside his campaign headquarters. Someone, drove into an SUV that was guarding his vehicle. You can see Secret Service here ushers him into his own vehicle. The First Lady also inside. Neither were hurt.
Former President Trump under fire this morning from Democrats and Republicans. It's over his comments about immigrants during a rally in New Hampshire over the weekend. He said that they were, quote, poisoning the blood of our country. Strong condemnations from the White House as well as Republicans, including former New Jersey Governor and Republican presidential candidate Chris Christie.
A live look at the nation's capital, where time is running out for Democrats and Republicans in Congress to find a border deal. President Biden says he needs them to come to a consensus so he can get military aid to Ukraine as they continue their fight. Republicans say they won't budge on Ukraine support unless changes are made to the immigration process.
Meanwhile, the U.S. is trying to tighten security at the border before that deal starts. U.S. Customs and Border Protection announced over the weekend it'll temporarily suspend operations at the International Railway crossing in Eagle Pass and El Paso, Texas. The agency says the temporary closing will let Border Patrol agents focus more on processing migrants who have already entered the country.
5 minutes away from 7 o'clock, we do have some snow showers continuing across the area. Most of this is just some flurry activity, but we do have a coating of snow, so allow some extra time on the commute into work or school this morning. Temperatures are below freezing. They will remain below freezing for the rest of today. The upper 20s and breezy northwest wind up there at 15 to 25, maybe gusts to 35 miles per hour, but we do warm up for the rest of the week in the 40s. Chance of some rain by the end of the week and the weekend. All right, right now the roads look pretty good in Madison, but we are continuing to monitor this accident. This is up on I-39 southbound. Lanes are closed just northwest of Portage.
We'll keep an eye on that crash for you. Stay tuned for another update coming up in half an hour.